Hello and welcome. This is going to be a yoga practice specifically designed for overwhelm in perimenopause. So grab your mat, grab some props if you have them, and we'll get started here in a moment. Hi, my name is Crystal. I'll be guiding you through practice today. So as you're getting yourself situated and ready to practice, I thought I would talk about just for a minute, um, you know, why we experience so much overwhelm and anxiety in perimenopause. It just seems exaggerated, does it not? I have found being in midlife, I'm 47, and I feel like you're kind of sandwiched in the middle, right? So we have aging parents that we're dealing with. Some of us, I do not, but have younger children that you're trying to manage. Maybe your career is super demanding. I mean, it's just this time of life where I feel like everything has culminated and it's just like too much. Plus, we have all these crazy things happening to our body. Our emotions might be going a little wild due to these fluctuations in hormones. So everything just feels like a little bit too much sometimes. And even thinking about what you need to do to keep yourself healthy, so the nutrition and the working out and the drinking water and all of the things, even that can feel overwhelming. I know I've certainly had a taste of that today myself personally. So I thought it would be a good day to come and create a video so we can calm ourselves down together. This is going to be a very gentle yoga practice. You don't have to have any prior experience. We're not doing anything crazy. I will just ask that you listen to your body. If anything doesn't feel good, don't do it, girl. Like, this is no competition here. So if you feel pain or tingling or anything that just feels wrong, come out of the pose. There's no judgment at all. And yeah, so I'm going to head over to the mat and we will get started. So you don't even need to have a mat. But if you have one, great. You might want to be on the hardwood floors because it is feeling good for a hot flash or something. But let's get started. So coming to an easy seat. Again, we're going to take this nice and easy. So come into an easy seat, resting your hands on your knees, and close down the eyes. And you can even invite a soft gaze if you don't want to close your eyes completely. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders over hips, and just take a moment to arrive. Beginning to let go of whatever you had going on before you hit play today, whatever you have going on later on. Finding some presence right here in this moment. Maybe noticing the sounds around you, your breath, feeling the ground underneath you, supporting your body. And let's take a couple of rounds of breath together. So exhale all the air out of your lungs. Big breath in through the nose, fill up. Exhale, release, let it go. 2 more like that. Big breath in through your nose, fill up. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. 1 more time. Big breath in through your nose, fill up with fresh oxygen. Exhale, audible, sigh it out. Good. And then flutter the eyes open if they were shut. We're going to start with some gentle neck circles. So bringing your chin to your chest. And then right ear, right shoulder. Eyes can be closed here if you like. I like to have eyes closed in a lot of postures so I can really feel into my body. Dropping the head back. We're opening up through the throat chakra so we can speak our minds clearly. Girl, you know we need to do that. Left ear, left shoulder. And then chin to chest. And then start to find some circles here at your own pace. And just noticing any tight areas. And if you need to hang out there for a minute and give that part of your body a little extra love, go ahead. Our necks carry a lot of tension, especially with this old tech neck that we get from staring at our phones. Switch directions if you like, go the other way. Just exploring, so noticing, getting into this practice of noticing what's happening in the body, bringing our attention inward. Good. Okay, good. Couple more rounds. Work out any last minute creaks. And then coming back to center. Nice. All right, reach your right fingertips out and then send your left hand palm facing up. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lean into this side bend. So bringing that top arm up and over, but we're not collapsing forward. So even if your arm is almost straight up, that's fine. We're really focusing on this side body stretch along the side of our body here. And so you could come down to elbows or just be on your fingertips, just focusing on this side body stretch. Take a breath in. As you exhale, switch it out. Bring that hand down. Send the other hand up and over. Ooh, this side might feel a little different. It does for me. So reaching through those fingertips, really reaching and feeling that stretch all the way down. And being mindful, your hip might try to pop up a little bit. Pull that hip down. Good. And then coming back to center, bring your hands to your knees. We're going to do a little seated cat-cow. So inhale, shift your body forward, pulling your chest through your arms. Maybe gaze up a little bit. And then exhale, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Maybe hold on to your knees and really feel this through your back and your shoulders for our seated cat. Inhale, back to cow, coming through, pulling your chest through the arms. Exhale, chin to chest, grabbing onto the knees, feeling the stretch all along the back body. And then moving through a couple of these again at your own pace. I invite you to close your eyes, feel into this. And then making your way back to center, we're going to move into some hip circles now. So shift your weight forward and then shift it to the right and back and to the other side. There we go. We're doing circles. So again, you can have these circles as big as you like, or as small, as slow, or as fast. Maybe your legs are here. That's fine. So you might be feeling this in a lot of places. I'm feeling this in my outer hips and my lower back, a little bit in my side body. Close your eyes. Feel into this. Notice the tight areas. Once again, hanging out to any area that needs a little love. I think so many times in yoga or at least I have, get so caught up in doing the pose and forgetting to notice what it feels like. So I'm really big on that. More about how a pose feels versus how it looks. Switch directions if you like. Getting curious. Why does my back hurt like that? Oh yeah, I've been sitting all day. Or something else. Good. Make your way back to center. We're going to move into some seated twists. So I don't know about you, but the bloating is no bueno, especially in the second half, the luteal phase. Lord have mercy. So let's do some twist. It just kind of helps massage all of our intestines and things down here. So take your right hand, put it behind you. Left hand comes over to your right knee. Sit up nice and tall. Now take a breath in, pull your belly button to your spine, and then exhale, twist, but I want you to think about twisting from your belly button. As you look over your right shoulder, this isn't the deepest twist you've ever done. Just keep it gentle, but think about twisting from your lower body versus just turning your head like, look, I'm twisting. And then inhale, come back to center. Take a breath in and out. And then bring your left hand behind you. Right hand comes over to cross the knee. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in. As you exhale, belly button to spine, twist. Looking over your left shoulder, twisting from your belly button. Hey, Madonna, what's up, girl? We're working on getting healthy. And then making your way back to center. All right, next up, we're going to do deer pose, get a little stretch in our hips. So if you have any props, they're not required, grab them. One of my favorite props that I've found lately is just a freaking couch pillow. It's amazing. So I'm going to use that. So if you're not already, turn on your mat, and then you're going to bring your right leg down at a cross, what's this called? A 90-degree angle. And then we're going to send the other leg behind us. Okay? So the right leg is bent at a 90-degree angle. The back leg is bent at a 90-degree angle. And you might need a hand here to kind of help prop yourself up. Okay. Two things are happening here. The front leg, we've got external rotation. We're getting a stretch this way. And the back leg, internal rotation. One way might feel better to you than the other. Personally, my legs like external rotation and they hate internal, but no judgment. That's just how my body's made. So I find it feels a little bit better to move forward. So you can just have your hands in front of you and drop your head, and this is enough. Again, no judgment. If you would like to use a prop or you have one, you can grab a pillow and just kind of hug it and then lean into it. And you can drop your head to the right or the left, or just looking forward, or maybe have your hands out. Just finding a good supportive posture here. And you can always adjust your back leg a little bit if you feel like you need to. So feel free to move and adjust is what I'm saying. And then you can rest your head down once you find a good place. Breathe here, let go. You may notice that as you start practicing yoga, the longer that you're in a pose and the more that you can kind of relax into the pose, which is why I love gentle, slow yoga. It really lets you explore the poses. Just breathe here. If it's uncomfortable, come out. We're here for a few more breaths. And on your next inhale, use your hands to press yourself up. Then walk your hands behind you. Now we're going to get into a little bit of stretch of this left leg that's bent behind us. So I'm going to stop here with my arms just right behind me. If you have a lot of flexibility here, you could come down to your elbows. If you want to do that, you can give it a try. I'm going to stay right here. So again, there's always options, and it might vary by day. One day you might feel like you can do it, and another day you won't. But just breathe. Letting go. Good. And then from here, swing that left leg around, and then we're going to have both legs in front of us. So kick any props out of the way and just a gentle shake of the legs here. before we go around to the other side. So I'm going to spin around. You do you. This time we're going to have the right foot bent in front of us, and then the left foot is going to be bent behind us. All right. So your legs may feel different. You might have one leg that's a little bit tighter than the other, especially in the hips. This time around, I have a handy dandy bolster. So again, you don't need props, but I like them. And also with your front foot, you may play with how close your foot is to your body. So you might have it a little bit out, but if you feel pressure on your knee, back off out of the pose a little bit. So I have my feet around the 90-degree angle, and then I'm going to fold forward. Again, I've got my block here, so I'm just going to kind of rest on my arms and then use my hands as a pillow. This is deer pose, kind of a modified pigeon, if you will, if you are familiar with the pigeon pose. Feel your body soften. Notice those tight areas and see if you can send your breath to those tight areas. So maybe you're clenching your teeth or with your hands, or you're gripping somewhere. See if you can notice that and let go. We're here for 3 more breaths. Good. And then take your time coming out. Bring your hands down if you need to press yourself up. Set your prop aside, and then bring your hands behind you. Adjust your legs. And then we're going to lean back. I like to have my fingertips pointing towards my booty. And then we can lean back. This leg actually feels a little more versatile. Feeling that stretch. Good. And so lean back, bring that leg in front of you. So now put both of your feet on the mat with your hands behind you, and we're going to do a little windshield wiper here. Resetting the hips. Okay. And then now we're going to turn facing lengthways to our mat and grab a block or a prop if you have one. This is my most favorite pose for Overwhelm. And I'm going to get us into it, and then I'm going to tell you some little fun facts. So this is going to be more of the beginnish portion. We'll hold this pose for a little while. So it's a wide leg forward fold. So my feet are wide. You can have something under your knees if you need that, or not. So bring your hands in front of you, and then you start to walk forward until you feel that pull all along the inner thighs, right? And then wherever you land, so your hands can be on your shins, they can be in front of you. It's really about the stretch of the inner thighs, but just let the head hang heavy. Okay, props are awesome here too. You could have a bolster in front of you if you want to go a little further and rest your head there. Whatever feels good in your body. So as we're in this stretch, I'm going to read to you some little fun facts here. So I do love to talk about Chinese meridians, Chinese medicine meridians. They run all through our body. They're connected to a major organ. But in our inner thighs, we have 3 major meridians: the kidney, liver, and spleen. And so in Chinese medicine, these meridians, they govern both physical and emotional properties. If you're familiar with chakras, it's kind of similar to that. So in these inner thighs, the kidney meridian it is really good for balancing our bodily fluids. Hello, bloating. And then emotionally, it's really good for fear and lack of trust. So it's just maybe these unconscious fears are creeping in about all the things and how we're going to get them all done. Another meridian here, super powerful, the liver. Our liver meridian is, it helps the overall healthy flow of our energy, like our vitality. And so when this meridian is out of balance, girl, you might be annoyed and irritated. And honey, that was me today. I was a little fired up. So we want to work on the liver meridian today, whenever you're practicing. And then the last meridian that's here along the inner thighs is the spleen. And the spleen physically can show up if it's out of balance. You can kind of feel lethargic and dull. Hello, I feel that a lot. And then the other thing is, if the spleen is out of balance, you might feel more anxious or worried, or like overthinking comes in. So, yeah, I love this pose. I actually do it so you don't have to do this full class to benefit from these poses. I do this a lot in my office before I'm getting ready to sit down to work and do the accounting things, because that's what I do as my daytime job. And it helps. It helps with that, or anything that you're struggling with. So let's stay here a couple more breaths. Take it all in. Get these meridians stretched out and activated. And then when you're ready, use your hand, slowly press yourself up. Set any props to the side. And then let's bring the legs back in front of us and shake them out. And then we're going to find our way to our backs. Yay. So coming on down to your back. And when you get there, bend your legs. So bend your knees. And we're going to come into a figure 4. So take your right ankle and put it on top of your left knee. Bam, figure 4. I like to take my right hand and push that right knee away for a little extra. Don't have to do that. Other options, you can lift your foot that was on the floor off the ground and grab behind the thigh. And maybe rock. Oh my God, it feels so good. Or you can grab on the knee. It's a little much for me. And really get in there. I like to rock. One of my favorite yoga teachers used to spit it out, Crystal, be a sensation seeker. So I like that, to kind of explore what's happening in the body. So I like to rock and move, or if you prefer stillness, go for that. Having your foot on the floor is completely fine. Good, and let's switch it out. Bring that foot down. Bring the left foot up and over, figure 4. Remember your options. So you can just take your left hand to your left knee and press that knee away a little bit. Breathe. Maybe lift the legs, grab behind the right thigh, or you can grab the knee and sway a little bit. Giving our bodies a little love. Our bodies do so much for us, y'all. Like, so much. And we just keep on going. We're like, catch up, body. All right, and let's release that foot down and come out of the figure 4. Next up, we're going to do an easy twist. So send your arms out to a T, palms facing up, and then bring one knee up and then the other to meet it. And then we're going to take both of your knees and drop them to the right. So all the way down. If you need to have your legs to be resting on a block or a pillow, that's fine. Your right hand can come up and rest on your legs. And then you can either look straight up or you can look over towards your left arm, maybe guiding that left shoulder down a little bit if it's trying to creep up. So again, twists are good for our digestion and our bloating. So this is really good to help with that. Breathing here. And then slowly bringing the legs back up to center. We're just going to switch it out. I like to put my feet down and kind of reset my hips. And then bring the knees back up. Drop them to the left. And then your left hand can just rest on your knees. Your right arm is out long, palm facing up. You can gaze over your right arm. Shut your eyes. You can stare straight up. Remember options for props. You could have a pillow between your knees. Just want you to feel supported in whatever you do. Let go of any judgment. And just know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment. And then let's bring the legs back up to center. If you have a prop, a pillow or something, grab it. We're going to do a supported bridge. I'm going to use my pillow here. If you don't, it's no big deal. You can just leave your hips down on the ground. But to come into bridge, have your feet hip distance apart, arms by your side, and then press up into your feet. And then we're going to slide a prop. You might have to come up onto your tiptoes a bit, right under our sacrum. So that flat spot right there above your butt crack. And then your hips will be ever so slightly elevated, okay? If you're using a block, it might be a little bit further elevated. But this is great great restorative postures. Your arms can be resting on your body. Sometimes I like my arms to be overhead. It just feels good to have that expansiveness in my chest. But we're getting the heart above the head. So sending some of that wisdom of our hearts up to our brains. And freshly oxygenated blood. I mean, that's a good thing too, right? Just breathe here. Just be. Feel your body supported by the earth. If you find your mind wandering, come back to your breath. Just notice the breath. And while this pose is fabulous, and I feel like I could just stay here for the rest of the time, I'm going to offer you supported waterfall. So leave your prop where it is and send your legs up to the sky, one at a time. Same thing with the arms. They can be wherever feels good, girl. Your practice. So this pose is badass in so many ways. Really good for insomnia. I don't ever remember to do it myself, but it is good for the insomnia. Blood is flowing from our feet back up into circulation. So we're recirculating all the blood, lymph nodes, all that stuff is draining. And this sends a very, very powerful message to our parasympathetic nervous system that it's okay to relax, like we are safe, because we are. We are safe. We've got this. In this moment, we are completely fine. And this is another pose you can practice whenever you just feel like you need to really calm down. I've even done this and like just rested my feet on the couch. Just getting the legs elevated. That's good. And then let's slowly bring the feet down. And then press into your feet. Remove your prop. Set it aside. And then I'm going to invite you to do any last bit of movement here. So maybe that's bringing the knees up to your chest and rocking around, or a twist, or I don't know, whatever feels good. It doesn't have to be a yoga pose. It's like, just listen to your body. Like if you were just laying here and you're like, oh, come on, stretch this, do that. Do that thing. Listen to your body. Listen what it wants to do. Get your wiggles out. We are moving into the most important pose of class today. This one is absolutely required. So do not skip it. It's so important. All right, we're going to move into Shavasana. But it's extra special Shavasana because I'm going to walk you through a body scan that will help your body super duper relax. Okay? So, to find Shavasana, send your legs out long. I really like to have them kind of hanging off the sides of the mat. I like to take up a lot of space. But you can find any posture that is comfortable to you for Shavasana. Take your shoulder blades and shuffle them underneath your body. If your hair is in the way, like mine is, move it. All right, close down the eyes or find a soft gaze and just let go. And I would like for you to bring your attention to your toes. And imagine this healing, swirling energy swirling around your toes and then entering into each of your toes one at a time, starting with the big toe, second toe, third toe, the fourth, and the fifth. And then send this healing energy along the sole of your foot, the top of your foot, both of your feet, and up to your heels, so that both of your feet feel heavy, like they're just melting into the ground. And then send this healing energy up to your ankles and your calves and your shins, softening any tension here. And then coming on up to your knees and your hamstrings and your thighs, softening all the muscles in your legs so that both of your legs feel heavy, like they're just melting into the ground. And then send this healing energy to your hips, your low back. Take a gentle breath in, and as you exhale, feel your belly soften. Soften your middle back and your upper back and around through your torso. And then take a moment to show a little gratitude for all of the organs here in the center of your body that do so much for you every single day without you even asking them to. They're just here supporting you always. So thank you, organs, for doing all that you do. And then coming back up through the chest, sending the healing energy out to your shoulders and arms and elbows, forearms. And then out through your thumbs, first fingers, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. And maybe it feels like you're holding this healing energy in the palm of your hands, like a tingling sensation. And then coming back up to the neck and the throat, soften here. Soften your jaw. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Soften your cheeks, under your eyes, your temples, your eyebrows. Bring your attention to your third eye center, the space in between your eyebrows, your seat of intuition, that all-knowing place. And then soften your forehead. And send this healing energy up to the crown of your head. And just be. I have really enjoyed guiding you through this practice today. If you'd like to hang out here for a little bit longer and support your body and your mind, please do so. And I will be seeing you again soon, wishing you well and lots of love.